Hello and welcome back to Sacred Magick 101. I am Sammy. Today we have the topic of La Santa Muerte again. Okay, so today we're going to go over offerings to Santa Muerte, altars, rituals, prayers, as well as rules. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Okay. La Santa Muerte is an iconic figure wrapped in mystery and devotion, rooted deeply within Mexican tradition. She extends her embrace to all seeking comfort and aid. For many, seeking spiritual protection, healing, or guidance from La Santa Muerte is a deeply personal journey. Maybe you are feeling lost, facing tough challenges, or in need of a powerful ally to navigate life's uncertainties. Finding the right way to connect with this reverend figure can often be confusing and overwhelming. La Santa Muerte is known as La Niña Blanca, a spiritual guide who watches over those who seek her favor. By creating an altar and offering prayers and rituals, believers find comfort and support in their daily lives. Okay, so now we're going to go over who is La Santa Muerte. La Santa Muerte is often recognized as the personification of death. She holds a significant role in various spiritual communities. Her descriptions mirror the European Grim Reaper, but with a distinct feminine twist that speaks to her origins in Latin American culture. Followers see her as not just a figure shrouded in darkness. Rather, she embodies multiple aspects, from nurturing motherhood to youthful mischief and sage-like wisdom. Her veneration stretches across those who feel ostracized or neglected by conventional religious structures. The marginalization by the established Catholic Church has driven individuals to seek sanctuary under her cloak of acceptance. La Santa Muerte offers more than solace. She grants power over our destiny. Be it through prayers for love or invocations for protection, this pull towards an entity that governs life's final truth has seen La Santa Muerte's influence grown from the shadows of society into a reverent culture phenomenon. Okay, so now we're going to move beyond her compelling persona and mysterious allure. Okay, let us dwell into how one can pray. Okay, to La Santísima Muerte for personal growth and assistance. Right. First and foremost, you have to understand the importance of praying to La Santa Muerte. Okay? Delving deeper into the practice, after grasping La Santa Muerte's origins, reveals its profound significance on a spiritual level. For devotees, invoking La Santa Muerte goes beyond mere ritual. It is an intimate form of communication with a divine entity viewed as a protector and guide through life's tribulations. Individuals turn to her in search of comfort, answers, or aid during challenging times. They may ask her assistance for anything from personal protection against dangers to securing love or achieving professional success. The act of praying to this reverend figure holds immense power for followers who believe their prayers are heard and acted upon. It is not just about requesting favors, but also about showing reverence and maintaining a spiritual connection that nourishes their lives daily. Through constant prayer, individuals cultivate a relationship with La Santa Muerte that they consider crucial for navigating their earthly journey, hoping to gain her favor and blessings in all aspects of life. Now we need to understand the setting of prayer intention, right? So when you are setting your prayer intention, okay, focusing your thoughts is key when setting your prayer intention for La Santa Muerte. Consider what you really need guidance on, whether it's finding love, seeking protection, or obtaining justice. Be clear and specific in your request to show respect and sincerity. Your intent forms a bridge between your heart and La Santa Muerte, creating a deep connection. Speak directly from the soul as you articulate your desires. Remember that honesty plays a crucial role. Approach with genuine emotions rather than rehearsed words. This allows for a transparent communication line with La Santa Muerte, ensuring that your prayers are heard and felt on a profound level. Okay? Now, there is an art of praying to La Santa Muerte. Okay? I am going to go with you guys. Okay? A step-by-step guide to pray, right? So first you have to unlock the power of prayer with La Santa Muerte. Okay? So I'm going to go over a guide to praying with her, including rosary prayers. Okay? You'll have to learn how to connect with the energy of this revered folk saint and manifest your intentions. Okay? So, steps to pray to La Santa Muerte. You need to start your worship session with a short prayer to God before praying to La Santa Muerte. Begin by setting the intention of your prayer, focusing on a specific request or research. Light a candle or incense as an offering to La Santa Muerte, asking for her assistance and guidance. Recite the appropriate rosary, right? You have to recite the appropriate rosary prayer to honor La Santa Muerte and convey your intentions. Offer cigars, flowers, cigarettes, alcohol, or other traditional items as a physical offering to show respect and devotion. Conclude your prayer by expressing gratitude and trust in La Santa Muerte's assistance in fulfilling your request. Okay? You also need to have an altar space for La Santa Muerte. Creating an altar for La Santa Muerte is a meaningful and sacred practice that involves carefully selecting and arranging items to honor and connect with her. To properly set up an altar to La Santa Muerte, it's important to choose the right location and select appropriate items for the altar. Okay? Now, when talking about location, selecting a scene, or like a serene space for your Santa Muerte altar is very crucial. A quiet, clean, and calm area helps maintain the sacredness of your spiritual practice. Ensure that the chosen spot provides tranquility away from daily disruptions, allowing you to focus on prayers and rituals with utmost sincerity. Safety comes first when choosing where to set an altar up at, because candles or offerings may involve open flames. Okay? So you need to confirm that the location is well ventilated and far from flammable objects. Clear the space of any items not associated with La Santa Muerte to keep the altar's purpose clear and undistracted, right? By ensuring these conditions are met, you create a fitting environment for worship and reflection dedicated to La Santa Muerte. Okay? She is revered in Mexico City as well as other parts of Mexico and beyond. Okay? Now we need to talk about items for the altar. When you are crafting an altar for La Santa Muerte, it's a deeply personal experience. The items you choose will reflect your connection to this powerful personification of death. You need to first begin with an image of La Santa Muerte, which serves as the focal point of your sacred space. This can be a statue or a picture displaying her likeness. Okay? Place a candle on the altar to light up your intentions and prayers. Choose a color that resonates with your purpose. red for love, white for protection, or brown for wisdom. Okay? Set a glass of water beside the candle, symbolizing clarity and purity in your communications with La Santa Muerte. Include food offerings such as apples and pieces of bread to show reverence and sustain the spirit of La Santa Muerte. Add some flowers, okay? Marigolds are especially significant during Dia de los Muertos and connect strongly with spirits, but red or white roses are also okay. Incorporate incense, palo santo, copal, white sage, or herbs to cleanse the area and invite positive energies into the space. Personalize with items like rosaries or prayer cards if they hold meaning in your practice and align with folk Catholicism traditions. Offer perfume as a sign of affection and respect towards La Huesal, right? Which is another name for La Santa Muerte. Okay? Remember not to overcrowd the altar. Keep it simple, especially if this is your first setup. Dedicate the entire altar space solely to La Santa Muerte. She does not like to share her domain. She is a very, very jealous saint. She does not share with any other deity. Now we need to go over communicating with La Santa Muerte. Devotees should speak to La Santa Muerte regularly, sharing their thoughts, feelings, and desires with her. Lighting candles on the altar signifies communication, as it attracts her attention and demonstrates reverence. Prayers are a crucial aspect of communicating with La Santa Muerte. Reciting specific prayers to express devotion and ask for assistance is customary. Engaging in personal conversations with La Santa Muerte by verbalizing requests, gratitude, and concerns helps build a stronger connection. Regularly offering gifts to the altar serves as a form of dialogue by showing appreciation and respect towards La Santa Muerte. Now we're going to go on over a little bit when it is dealing with La Santa Muerte Rosary. Okay? La Rosary of La Santa Muerte holds significant importance in worship and prayer. You must learn about the role of the Rosary in La Santa Muerte devotion and how to incorporate it into your prayers for protection. The Rosary holds a great significance in La Santa Muerte worship. Followers use it as a powerful tool for praying and seeking comfort during times of loss and illness. The Rosary of La Santa Muerte in particular serves as a means for devotees to connect with her holiest death persona, seeking solace and healing through its recitation. Devotees often call upon La Santísima Muerte, the holiest dead, when using the Rosary for prayer. It's an essential aspect of their spiritual practice, allowing them to draw strength and solace from this saint during difficult times. The Rosary becomes a channel for devotees to express their faith and seek protection from the revered La Santa Muerte. You may ask yourself, how do I use the Rosary in prayer? I will explain. Once you recognize the importance of the Rosary and La Santa Muerte worship, it's imperative to understand how to use it effectively in prayer. Each bead on the Rosary serves as a guide for specific prayers and intentions. Begin by holding the crucifix and reciting an opening prayer to set your intention. Moving along each bead, recite individual prayers such as Hail Mary and Our Father, adding specific requests or dedications to La Santa Muerte, like per your needs or desires. This practice strengthens one's bond with La Santa Muerte and allows for focused supplication. The Santísima Muerte Rosary prayer holds great significance not only during novenas, but also as a daily offering or act of devotion. As you progress through each bead, consider incorporating personal prayers for guidance, protections from enemies, and strength during difficult times into the sacred ritual. Now, in a later video, we will get more into what are the words to the rosary, right? Because there are many. But for right now, we're going to get into offerings for La Santa Muerte. Okay? Typical offerings to La Santa Muerte can include candles, tobacco, alcohol, and food. Okay? These offerings are often presented in a respectful manner on the altar as a way of honoring and seeking the favor of La Santa Muerte. Okay? You may say, how do I make and manage offerings to La Santa Muerte? So I will explain. To make and manage offerings to La Santa Muerte, you need to follow some steps. So we're going to go over them. Okay? First, place physical offerings on the altar to honor La Santa Muerte. This can include fresh bread, fruits, incense, herbs, or flowers. You need to remove perishable offerings when they spoil and replace them with fresh ones to maintain the reverence. Okay? Interpret signs and acceptance of offerings from La Santa Muerte to understand her response to your prayers. Keep the altar cleansed all the time of negative energies and free of demons, spirits, or other entities by performing regular purifications. Catholics often ask saints to intercede on their behalf of saying prayers and lighting candles in rituals for La Santa Muerte worship. Okay, so that's just for you guys to know. You need to utilize resources available for beginners, such as booklets offering information on offerings and altar setup for La Santa Muerte worship. Okay, but always use precaution to identify the source of the information. That is key. Not all information out in the world regarding the Santa Muerte is correct. Okay. Now, what offerings do you give her, you may ask? Offerings to La Santa Muerte are essential part of devotion as well. It's like respect, right? So it can include many different items. These offerings are meant as signs of gratitude, protection, and supplication. So first and foremost, fresh bread or fruit. Okay? Offering fresh bread or fruit symbolizes sustenance and nourishment for the spirit of La Santa Muerte, especially red apples. Okay? Aromatic incense. Burning aromatic incense is believed to cleanse the altar space and create welcoming atmosphere for La Santa Muerte's presence. Herbs, very important. Herbs such as rosemary, lavender, sage are commonly offered for their purifying and protective properties. Flowers. Fresh flowers serve as a symbol of beauty and life, expressing reverence and admiration for La Santa Muerte. Money offerings. Some devotees offer money to help maintain the altar by purchasing new candles, statues, or supplies for future offerings. Other items can include favorite foods, alcohol like pulque, tequila, right? All of these things, okay? Cigars, cigarettes, marijuana, and all of these things, right? And items that symbolize protection, such as amulets or talismans. Okay? Now, when talking about maintaining the altar, okay, after setting up the altar, it's important to regularly tend to it. This includes daily tasks like refreshing the water and removing perishable offerings after a certain period. Additionally, as your relationship with La Santa Muerte grows, consider adding more statues or items associated with her to make the altar more complex. Keep in mind that maintaining separation between La Santa Muerte's altar and those of other saints is advisable for proper upkeep. Okay? To further deepen your connection with La Santa Muerte, you can choose to offer physical items on the altar while ensuring they are removed appropriately. Alongside this, regular cleaning and placement in a permanent location will help to cultivate a sacred space devoted to honoring her presence. Okay? Now we're going to get on the rules. Okay? So, rules for La Santa Muerte involve a devotional practice centered on respect, sincerity, and personal connection, including maintaining a clean altar with offerings like flowers, candles, and liquor, praying and speaking to her, and having pure intentions for requests like protection, love, and justice. Avoid malicious requests. Maintain a humble attitude. Offer gifts and candles of specific colors for particular desires, and personalized altars to strengthen your bond. Okay. Now there are some key principles. Okay. So we're going to start with the 3 key principles. Number 1, respect and humility. Show deference and gratitude to La Santa Muerte, maintaining a humble attitude rather than one of pride. Secondly, sincerity and purity of intent. Make requests from the heart with the purest intentions. Santa Muerte rejects those seeking her aid for malicious or manipulative purposes. Next, loyalty and compassion. Embrace her teachings of loyalty and protection of the innocent. Then we have devotional practices, right? Some of these we have already went over a little bit, but I want to touch base on them again. Number 1, altars. Create and maintain a clean altar with a figurine of La Santa Muerte. Offerings. Regularly offer items such as fresh flowers, okay, liquor, tobacco, candy, fruit, water, and coins. Candles. Light candles on the altar to communicate and make petitions. Different colored candles are used for different types of requests. Okay? Red for love, white for peace, black for protection. I have already put another video up on her different colored robes. Okay? The candles go key and key with the different color of robes when dealing with La Santa Muerte. Prayer and dialogue. Speak to her directly, reciting prayers, sharing your thoughts, and expressing gratitude to build a strong connection. Personalization. Personalize the altar with photographs, tokens, or other items that represent your specific needs and desires. Now, there are some important considerations you must take into consideration. Okay? Number 1 is justice. Okay. She is seen as a figure of justice and a karmic balance, not a tool for harming others. Okay. Next is personal relationship. The relationship is personal, based on faith, and an open heart, right? Legal and ethical boundaries. Be mindful of local laws, especially regarding the use of illicit substances or engaging in criminal activities, which are unrelated to genuine spiritual practice. Okay. Now, the reason why I had to say that is because there are a lot of people who believe certain things about La Santa Muerte. They believe that if you are a devotee, you must be in some kind of criminal organization, mainly cartels. That is just not true. Okay? That is just not true. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay? I hope this video really helps you with a better understanding. Remember, when dealing with La Santa Muerte, you must give her the respect and deference she requires. Okay? And always remember to keep your promises with La Santa Muerte. What she gives, she can take away. And we will get more into that in other videos. Once again, thank you for joining. I am Sammy with Sacred Magick 101. Be loved, love, be blessed, and bless others. Have a great evening.